Good day to you, it's Talkin really. Here's a story in Grimsby Live. It's a new outlet that I found. In fact, it's the Grimsby Telegraph Live. The story is essentially a wheelchair-bound mum. Well, that's another thing I want to raise. I hate that term. She's not bound to the wheelchair, but hey. But wheelchair-bound mum, single mum, banned from using phone and ride service after failing a safety test. So was it her or was it her wheelchair? We don't know. We'll have to come back and find out. So Kelly Jane Betteridge furious after being told her new wheelchair isn't safe enough for phone and ride. It's a story about a single mum. A disabled single mum has been banned from using the council's phone and ride service after a £5,000 state-of-the-art wheelchair failed a safety test. Kelly Jane Betteridge suffers from a lifelong condition, which means the lower part of her brain and brainstem are crushing her spinal cord, obstructing cerebral fluid around the brain and the spine. The crippling condition means that she finds it difficult to go out and about and has grown to rely on the phone and ride service offered by North East Lincolnshire Council and its contractor, Engie. I think that's how you pronounce it. But after years of using the service to meet friends, make appointments and go shopping, she was told that she could no longer use it because of her wheelchair, which is more modern than the buses, because it didn't comply with safety rules. Kelly Jane said problems began when older buses were introduced onto the service and she had to pass safety tests to make sure her wheelchair was stable on the move. Before these different buses were brought in, the phone and ride service, I used it without any problems on the buses themselves, she said. I always found that the lovely drivers were very helpful, and when the weather was bad, would even walk to your door so that you didn't get wet, and they would help strap you in to the anchor points that were placed on the floor so that your wheelchair didn't move. Then they brought in these new older vehicles which don't have the same safety features, which caused my wheelchair to bounce up and down and become very unstable. It was also very painful for me to sit in my chair because of all the moving around. Now, because of all these issues, some of the drivers report the problems, as did I, and a very helpful person came round and did a safety assessment with me and the bus, which found that I was safe to use the service. But the buses were not fit for purpose. As we all know, there's a new law that people running bus companies can actually ignore. I was told that improvements would be made to the buses to improve this situation, but all that happened was a small armrest was bolted onto the pole in the bus. But this armrest does not even reach to where my arms are on the wheelchair, so it's completely pointless. I was also told my wheelchair was not suitable for the bus, so in an effort to help things along, I got myself a new, even safer one. After she spent thousands on a new chair, Engie and the bus operator, Stagecoach East Midlands, ruled that the model she had bought was unsuitable. I was told to do another safety assessment, which worried me, but after a bus ride in the bus, I was put at ease because my new chair was very stable. It has a gyroscope built in to keep balance. I was also told that my chair had passed the safety assessment with no issues. Then an Engie officer contacted me and told me that my wheelchair had not passed the safety assessment despite me having proof that it did. Since then, I've not been allowed to use the service and have found out that my client number has been completely removed from the system. Kelly said that as a result of this, she feels trapped in her own home, unable to make appointments in town and see family and friends. I don't know how much longer I have in the world, and I don't want to spend it cooped up in my house, unable to do the things that I need and want to do. This is a service that's meant to help some of the most vulnerable in the community get around, but it feels like they are discriminating against those with wheelchairs because they don't want to make unnecessary safety improvements to their buses, which they do have to by law. When I've tried to explain these things to an officer, they always tell me that these things are up to the relevant standard, but they have even admitted that they have never seen one of the buses, so how do they know? My wheelchair is top of the range, custom built Quickie 500M, designed for all my medical needs. It has a lot of safety features for both general usage and for vehicle transportation. It is even roadworthy with insurance and DVLA registered, just like any other road vehicle. So a spokesman for the North East Lincolnshire Council said that they confirmed that Kelly Jane's chair was not suitable for the bus service. The phone and ride service puts the safety of passengers at the forefront of service delivery and will always ensure that all passengers on board are safe and secure when travelling. Before travelling for the first time, wheelchair users have their wheelchairs assessed to make sure they are safe for travel and do not provide a risk to the user, other passengers or the driver. Unfortunately, in this case, the type of wheelchair used by the passenger failed the wheelchair safety check, and as a result, the delivery partner made the decision to not carry any customer with that specific make or model due to safety concerns. We understand how frustrating this might be, but the safety of passengers and driver has to come first. So there we go. That's the story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any comments to say, then please say it down below. Give us thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to share as well. Share the video, share the channel name, and of course, come back again. Bye for now.